SuperTalk Mississippi media production.
You're listening to Sports Talk Mississippi On Demand, presented by Pearl River Resort. Escape to Choctaw, Mississippi and enjoy world-class gaming, the Dancing Rabbit Golf Club, and Geyser Falls Water Park. Escape to Pearl River Resort.
Entered with a pair of runners on in the bottom of the 10th, getting a fly out and a weak tapper to the catcher in front of the plate to strand him. He got out of a bases-loaded jam in the 11th with an inning-ending strikeout, and then Matt Dill got the Dogs 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 12th. What a win for Troy, 6-5 over Georgia in 12.
Yeah, and that's a hard place to win. Wes Johnson's always got that club ready to go, but Troy, who again, that's one of those mid-majors that can get you if you're not ready, and it's a big win down at Georgia.
And you talked about Arkansas and Arkansas State the next night on Wednesday night. Arkansas did win, but it was tight, 1-0 there in Fayetteville. The Razorbacks bounced back with a one-hit shutout of the Red Wolves. James DeCramer, Steele, Eves, and Parker Coyle combined to strike out 13 as they were really dominant on the hill. But it looked like A-State was pretty dominant as well. Kentucky beat Western Kentucky 13-9 in Lexington. The Cats used 20 hits, and freshman Owen Jenkins had a career-best 4-hit game. Other SEC action, Oklahoma won over Arizona State in Norman. Tight one, 4-3 in that second game. The Sooners bounced back after Tuesday loss to the Sun Devils. Jackson Willits hit a walk-off double in the bottom of the ninth to prevent them from being swept by Arizona State. Florida Gators beat FIU 11-4 the following night in Gainesville. Brendan Lawson got a homer and drove in 6 runs in that game for Florida. Auburn at home hosting West Georgia, squeaked one out 4-3, trailing by a run with 2 outs in the ninth. Ethan Bingaman and Bub Terrell turned in back-to-back singles to tie the game, and they win it in walk-off fashion, if you will. And there was one more loss. South Carolina fell to Queens 9-8. 4 of Queens' runs were unearned as the Gamecocks had 3 errors, and that'll get you 2, Hindu.
Yeah, that's a bad loss in South Carolina. And there's some frustrated people out there on the East Coast, and there's really not much you can say as you take a midweek loss to Queens.
What about today? A lot of action going on. Dave has got a couple of finals, I think, too, or close to some finals as well. So let's check in the studio with Dave Pulaskis. He tells you about what the SEC teams are doing today. First pitch coming up at 3:35 here a little bit later. Let's check with Dave.
Yeah, DK, one final already in the books. That was earlier today at Globe Life Field in Arlington as part of the Amegy Bank College Baseball Series, number 4 Mississippi State, doubling up Arizona State 8-4. The final in that one. Bulldogs get home runs out of Garrick Fry as well as Aiden Teal, and they get some outstanding pitching from Ryan McPherson. Gives up just 1 run and 4 hits while striking out 5 over 7 innings of work. Maddox Miller pitched the final 2 innings to close the door on the Sun Devils as State is now off to a 10-0 start on the season. That was the only final from earlier today in SEC play. A couple of games that are going on right now, however, one of them at Foley Field where Georgia's trying to shake off that midweek loss to Troy, falling in extra innings. Right now they're up on Oakland ahead of the Golden Grizzlies, 4-2, coming down from Oakland near Detroit, Michigan. They're in the bottom of the 4th inning in Athens in that matchup. Also going on right now, just underway at Kentucky Proud Park between Kentucky and St. John's. The Wildcats coming off a victory over Western Kentucky in which they were able to outlast the Hilltoppers 13-9 earlier in the week. They had that game pushed back to Wednesday after it was too cold and wind chills were expected to be too low in Lexington on Tuesday, so they pushed that game back a day. Kentucky now at 6-2 on the season, 1-1 at home this season. They lost their opener against Morehead State, now taking on a St. John's squad that lost both previous meetings against Kentucky. Most recently was in 2014. They were swept at Arizona State last weekend as the Red Storm continue to circle the country as they come down from Queens, New York, and make their way through the South and through the Southwest and out of the Southeast as they get their early season going. Also going on right now, they're in the first inning at Globe Life Field between number 1 UCLA and number 20 Tennessee. It's a scoreless game in the bottom of the first in that matchup. The Bruins coming off of a midweek loss of their own. They ended up falling to San Diego State 4-3 on Tuesday to snap a 4-game winning streak. First time the Bruins have matched up with the Vols since the 1997 NCAA tournament. UCLA won that one and eliminated the Vols in the Midwest Regional in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Tennessee bouncing back from their series loss to Kent State last weekend with an 8-3 triumph over Bellarmine. Tennessee's won their last 2 early season tournaments. Of course, that was under Tony Vitello. They won the Shriners Showdown in 2024 and then the Astros Foundation College Classic, which of course now is the Bruce Bolt College Classic here at Dakin Park, as they get set for yet another weekend of tournament play. They'll be facing off against Arizona State and Virginia Tech this weekend. Number 6, Arkansas at home against UT Arlington, and the Mavericks have jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the top of the first inning in that one. Gabe Gackle getting the start for the Razorbacks. Of course, they had that midweek split against Arkansas State earlier this week, losing 12-4 before bouncing back to win 1-0. Razorbacks have already had 4 one-run games this season. They are 3-1 in those contests. They're 7-1 all-time against UT Arlington, including a 5-0 record against under Dave Van Horn. And the Hogs have won 33 straight non-conference regular season weekend series heading into this matchup with UT Arlington. Other games are taking place a little bit later on. From Norman, it'll be number 13 Oklahoma matching up with Gonzaga. The Sooners suffered their first loss of the season after splitting a midweek series with Arizona State earlier this week. They lost 15-3, then bounced back with a 4-3 victory in that one on a walk-off. Jackson Willits with the walk-off double, as you'd mentioned, for the Sooners in their game against ASU. Facing off against Gonzaga for the second time in the last 4 years. They swept the Zags in Spokane in 2023. Vanderbilt and UC Irvine going head-to-head as part of the Live Like Lou Las Vegas College Classic. Of course, there was a Live Like Lou College Classic in Jacksonville just a week ago. Now they're continuing that in Las Vegas this weekend with Vanderbilt and UC Irvine going head-to-head. Vandy, they didn't really want to leave Hawkins Field, DK. They won 15-3 in 7 innings against Evansville on Tuesday. 6-0 on the season opening homestand. 5 of those wins coming by run rule. And Vandy is tied for first in the SEC, tied for second in the nation with 25 home runs as a team. Not necessarily known for their power in previous years, but they've been sporting the long ball this year. They're also going to go up against Arizona and Oregon this weekend. South Carolina coming off of that shocking loss to Queens. That was the first win over a power conference opponent for Queens University ever in their short tenure in Division I. Now they have to face number 15 Clemson. 3 games, 3 ballparks in 3 days. They're playing at Founders Park today. They're going to be at Segra Park in Columbia, the home of the Fireflies, tomorrow. Then they venture over to Doug Kingsmore Stadium to take on the Tigers at Clemson on Sunday. And the Gamecocks just 2-2 in their last 4 games. They lost against Army last Friday, and they haven't beaten Clemson since 2023 in that Palmetto series. They have lost the last 5 meetings. Clemson swept them in 3 games in 3 parks last season. Other big rivalry matchup between the SEC and the ACC. Number 10 Florida heading down to Coral Gables to go up against number 17 Miami. The Gators, they're on a 9-game winning streak after sweeping a midweek series against FIU, topping the Panthers 17-11 and 11-4. And the Gators have won 10 of the last 11 regular season series with Miami, including 5 straight in Coral Gables going back to 2014. But this is a different Hurricane squad this year. They're off to a 10-0 start. They beat Florida Atlantic 11-7 on Wednesday, and 155 runs scored for the Canes in their first 10 games. That's the most for Miami in any 10-game span in program history. And you factor in all the offense that they've had over the years, the national championship teams, guys like Pat Burrell and Daniel Cuvée on the current Miami squad, and that is a pretty impressive feat for a team that is so steeped in offensive history. 155 runs in 10 games, the most ever in a 10-game stretch in program history. Nebraska and Auburn going head-to-head. First ever meeting between the Tigers and the Cornhuskers this weekend. That'll be at Plainsman Park, a 6 o'clock first pitch. Auburn with a 4-3 victory over West Georgia on Wednesday. They're 3-0 in 1-run games already this season. They've won 10 straight regular season home series going back to the end of 2024. Number 2 LSU coming off of that stunner against McNeese on Tuesday, losing 7-6. They'll face off against Dartmouth tonight after their 8-game winning streak was snapped by the Cowboys. LSU 3-0 all-time against the Big Green. They swept Dartmouth back in 2012. And coming up after our game tonight, it'll be number 3 Texas and Coastal Carolina as part of the Bruce Bolt College Classic. Texas with a shutout victory over UT Rio Grande Valley on Tuesday, 14-0 in 7 innings. 2 straight blankings for Longhorns pitching. They've allowed just 2 runs in their last 4 games. And Jim Schlossnagle entering the weekend just 2 wins shy of 1,000 in his career, 998 and 469 in his 25th year as a head coach, facing off against a Coastal team that beat Campbell 13-7 on earlier this week in a midweek matchup. Of course, we'll see the Chanticleers on Sunday to wrap up the Bruce Bolt College Classic Coastal was picked first in the Sun Belt preseason poll, getting 12 of the 14 first-place votes. Southern Miss and Louisiana got the others, coming off of their trip to the College World Series final last year, in which the Chants were swept by LSU in the final in Omaha. And rounding out the SEC schedule for today, DK, it's number 23 Texas A&M and Virginia Tech facing off for the first time ever as part of the Amagi Bank College Baseball Series. That's going to be a 7 o'clock scheduled first pitch as A&M now hits the road for the first time this season. They clobbered Lamar 25-5 on Tuesday. Second time the Aggies have scored at least 20 runs this season. They had 23 against Tennessee Tech on Valentine's Day, and they also have some pretty good pitching this year, too. Their ERA is 2.7. That is 15th in the nation as we send it back to you guys in Houston.
Thank you, Dave. Well, that's pretty thorough look at the SEC. 7 SEC teams playing at neutral site events this weekend, including, of course, your Ole Miss Rebels. Right now, Mississippi State at 10-0 with their win today. Ole Miss at 9-0. Next two best records, Texas and Texas A&M, both 8-0. You got Florida 9-1. LSU and Oklahoma both 8-1. Auburn 7-1. Bama, Arkansas, Missouri, and Vandy all 7-2. Georgia, Kentucky, and Tennessee all 6-2. South Carolina sitting at 6-3. Brad, you talked about Mitch Thompson earlier, the head coach, 4th season at Baylor. He went to Fort Hays State 1988, got another degree at Mississippi State in 91. He started his coaching career as a graduate assistant at Mississippi State in 1990, and then he was an assistant for the Bulldogs in 92 to 93. He also was an Auburn assistant for 1 year in 1994. He's in his 4th season, got a losing record, 80-91, trying to change that here this year.
Yeah, and they're trending in the right direction under Mitch Thompson, David. But yeah, I remember him.
The Ole Miss Dugout Show continues with the head coach of Rebel Baseball, Mike Bianco, presented by Coca-Cola. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. Once again, here's David Callum.
And we are back with head coach Mike Bianco. Ole Miss and Baylor about to get after it in the first game they'll play in the Bruce Bolt Classic here in Houston, Texas. And, Coach, good event with some good teams.
They really are. And, you know, we've talked about it now for a few days. Our first road trip. And, you know, I think it's always a good learning experience, and not that we're not here to win or we're not focused or anything like that. But I mean, I think from a coach's standpoint, to be on the road, to challenge yourself in a different, you know, stadium, and obviously a pretty nice stadium, obviously the Astros, a Major League Stadium, and then against 3 really good, you know, teams. But you know, it being on a plane, in a hotel, different meetings, and then, you know, a little bit of a tournament, you know, flavor to it as well. But, you know, excited, you know, to be here for sure.
And we've been in this facility before, but a lot of these guys first time to get a chance playing in a Major League ballpark.
No doubt, and you could see it, you know, in their eyes when they pulled up, you know, yesterday to the stadium, hitting in the cages, and excuse me, and then just walk out on the field. And see the, you know, sometimes I don't think, like, on television it does it justice. I mean, when you're sitting in a dugout or walking out on the field, to just see how big it is, how high it is. You know, we play in one of the largest college stadiums, but when you see, you know, the difference in this is it's pretty enormous. And again, I know our guys are excited.
What's your take on this Baylor team?
You know, one of the things, you know, you can be fooled, I think, early on, you know, record-wise, who beat who, and so on. You know, them sitting at 4-3, I don't take much from that. When you look at their numbers, they do everything, you know, pretty well. Obviously, with 3 losses, you know, some of those numbers may be, you know, skewed one way or the other. But, you know, when you look at a team that's pitching around a 4, hitting 270, that hit a home run just about one every single game, you know, it's a team that's done pretty well through these 9 games or 8 games, and so again, I think a team that's used to winning, a team that's used to having success, and certainly, you know, with a left-hander on the mound to start on Friday night, you know, presents some challenges to us.
Hunter Elliott goes for the Rebels. Last week, kind of had to fight himself a little bit, but did fight through it. We can say that much, but we hope to see the more normal Hunter in this one.
Oh, without a doubt. And I know he's chomping at the bit to get back out there. And, you know, I think you be cautious. You know, one, you know, he's the ace for a reason, and, you know, sometimes they, you know, aren't perfect or aren't great, but gosh, he was a pitch away a couple times from getting a win and getting through the game through 5 innings through 3, with only 3 runs, and it would have been just a little bit of a blip on the radar, but not being able to finish that 5th inning on Friday, I know kind of bothers him, but more importantly, he just wasn't sharp, and he's worked and met with Coach Mangrum, and I think he's super excited again for tonight.
Hey, thanks so much. Wish you the best. Looking forward to the event.
Thank you.
Mike Bianco, head coach of the Rebels, Ole Miss, taking on Baylor. Coming up, our pregame show continues shortly in the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Hey, when you're hurt, you want a doctor you can trust. That's why athletes across Mississippi, from Ole Miss to high schools statewide, turn to Mississippi Sports Medicine. With 16 locations from Brookhaven up to Hernando, they're the trusted orthopedic team physicians for the Rebels, the MHSAA, and schools all over the state. Their surgeons have performed over half of Mississippi's total joint replacements, while their walk-in clinics and 24/7 online availability make access to care easy. Visit MississippiSportsMedicine.com for more information.
Hey, Rebel fans, for more than 50 years, Mississippi Asthma and Allergies board-certified team of allergists has treated patients by identifying triggers and creating personalized treatment plans. Now with 8 convenient locations across Mississippi, including Oxford, we're right next door when you need us. Treating infants to adults and Ole Miss students. Find our clinic nearest you at msaac.com. Mississippi Asthma and Allergy, helping Mississippi live life to the fullest and allergy-free.
Hitting them long and touching them all.
Yes, sir, baby! That ball is out of here!
This is Ole Miss Baseball from Learfield.
Hey guys, this is Schaefer Davidson and my wife Lori, owners of Davidson Marble and Granite of Canton, Vicksburg, and McGee. We also have Davidson Monument Company of Forest and Kosciuszko, as well as Central Mississippi Monument Company of Carthage and Louisville.
We offer a variety of granite, marble, and bronze headstones. We are back to pre-pandemic lead times with gray granite running approximately 2 to 3 months.
We are a third-generation family-owned business serving Mississippi since 1937. Check us out on Facebook or at DavidsonMarbleandGranite.com.
My doctor's office is awesome. It's where we go when I have a fever or get hurt. Mom says it's so close.
Trust Care Kids is every kid's favorite pediatric clinic. Our caring staff is here for everything from colds and ear infections to routine checkups. Plus, our clinics are kid-approved, packed with interactive games your kids will love. Open late and weekends, too.
There's a new kid on the block.
Trust Care Kids. Get care faster. We're not kidding.
Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Ole Miss Dugout Show. It's time now for today's starting lineups, brought to you by Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
Rebels getting ready to begin the Bruce Bolt College Classic as they face off against Baylor out of the Big 12. Dave Pulaski inside the Learfield Network studios. Rebels will be the designated home team for this matchup with the Bears, so here is the defensive alignment for Ole Miss. Going left to right in the outfield is Tate Sermons, Hayden Federico, and in right field is Tristan Becerra. On the infield, Judd Utermark's at third base, Braden Randall the shortstop, Dom Decker's at second base, and Will Furness is at first base. Austin Foley behind the dish, and Hunter Elliott on the mound for Ole Miss. We'll have the Baylor starting lineups and the first pitch from Dyken Park in Houston, Texas, coming up after this on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Today's starting lineups have been brought to you by Atmos Energy, your natural gas company. The first pitch is coming your way next as Ole Miss baseball continues right after these messages.
Trey Willis, shortstop.
Marshall Jones, first baseman.
Alex Philbin, center fielder.
Hi, I'm Tim from C-Spire. Am I in the right place?
It always pays to have the right players on your team. That's why C-Spire gives you fiber-fast home internet, nationwide 5G wireless, and best-in-class business solutions. All backed by local 24/7 support. C-Spire, customer inspired.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Play ball.
Swing and a miss! He struck him out!
This is Ole Miss baseball from Learfield.
You already know that Madison Cellars is Madison's favorite place to buy wine and spirits since 1988. On Highway 51 in the Madison Station Shopping Center, Madison Cellars has a hometown feel with a big city selection. Do you have a question about which wine to serve with a certain dish? Call 601-856-0931 and let their knowledgeable staff help you find the perfect match. Find out more at madisonCellars.net or stop by today. Madison Cellars on Highway 51 in the Madison Station Shopping Center.
We've sent that Rip Van Winkle guy to the dentist.
Hey, what? Hey, what?
And what's worse than a trip to the dentist? Your wife's paint project that you've put off. Let Seabrook Paint in Jackson and Ridgeland find that Benjamin Moore paint and a contractor that will get you back doing the important things in life, like grilling and watching sports. Seabrook, Benjamin Moore Paint, and a happy wife, happy life. Seabrook Paint in Jackson on Monument and in Ridgeland on West Jackson.
First down.
The Ad Council.
Toddy.
Do you remember Omaha, baby?
This is Ole Miss baseball.
You can forget it because it's out of here. Showers in the outfield.
That was a rob job.
A towering shot to the wall. Back to back to back. That's first double play. And the Rebels are out of the inning. Strike three called. He got him on a high fastball. And the Ole Miss Rebels are your national champions.
It's time to play ball. Today's play-by-play coverage of Ole Miss baseball is brought to you by C Spire, official wireless provider of Ole Miss athletics. Coca-Cola. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. By Ford, Mississippi Ford dealers and the Ford F-150, official truck of the Ole Miss Rebels. And by Regions, official bank of the SEC. Once again, here's the voice of the Rebels, David Kellum.
Hello and welcome back to Dyken Park, where Ole Miss is about to take on Baylor here in the Bruce Bolt Classic. Two head coaches are meeting at home plate with the umpires. Our umpiring crew, by the way, features behind home plate Joe Harris. First base is Doug Williams. He's the crew chief. Eric Gaucher at second base, and Michael Carroll will be at third base. And the third base coach for Baylor, they'll be the visiting team in this one, is Jim Blair. The first base coach is Zach Dillon. And it's time for us to take a quick peek at the starting lineup for the Baylor Bears. Leading off would be Brady Janusek, the right fielder. Bats and throws right-handed. He's in his first year as a true freshman from Argyle, Texas. Hitting second is Pearson Reebok. Reebok's a second baseman. He's a left-handed hitter and is a sophomore from Rockwall, Texas. Hitting third will be Tice Armstrong, the first baseman. He's a right-handed hitting. We're going to call it a strike. He's going to call it a strike. I think all fastballs so far, Henry?
Yeah, it's on the ribbon out there, DK, if you're looking at it. It's kind of right under the Chevy sign. There's a ribbon right there that says miles per hour on the right.
Already?
He's been at 89 all three pitches.
3-1. Swing and a miss. That looked like the changeup.
Yep, 81 on that one. They put it up there for a changeup, 81. Can you see it or no?
No. Where are you seeing?
All right, see Xfinity Mobile and a Honda sign on the.
Yeah.
Go straight up from there.
I
see
got
the
you.
K right to the right of that says MPH, top right hand corner.
Gotcha. That one misses away for ball 3. Off speed, full count now to Janusek. Well, you like Hunter got off to a good start. He had way too many walks, too many hit batters in the game last week. Rebels were successful, but really struggled. He's ready, and his payoff pitch to Janusek just missed away for ball 4.
Not the start you wanted if you're Hunter Elliott.
So a leadoff walk. And with 1 on and no outs, here is Pearson Reebok, the second baseman. 269 average. No homers, 1 RBI. This will be lefty on lefty. Reebok Made Big 12 all-freshman team last year. He made it a year ago. Hit .306 with 32 ribbies. Throw to first. They got him picked off. Got the freshman in a rundown. Now to Randley. Runs him back toward first. Now flips it to Elliott. Elliott runs him back. Flips and a tag there by Furness. Executed that perfectly. And, as a coach, Brad, you kind of want one of those early in the year. See if you can run back and forth and get a guy.
Yeah. And, again, he wasn't stealing, David. He hadn't attempted one all year. And that had to be in their scouting report as far as Hunter Elliott's move. But
it was not even close.
And a good tag right there at the end by Will Furness.
It was 3-6 to 1-3. If you're scoring with us, those are the positions on the field, obviously. So one down. First pitch to Reebok. Up and in and hitting. So he's got a walk and a hit batter already. And this will bring up Jace Armstrong, the first baseman. Top of the first, no score, just underway. Armstrong, .323 average on this season. He's had a fantastic year. 4 homers, 19 RBIs, leads the team in both categories. The trainer's going to come out and check on Reebok, who's kind of shaking that arm and hand a little bit. Armstrong leads the Bears in his third in the Big 12 with his 4 home runs. Of course, the Rebels got some guys, got 1 guy, and Udemark's got 6. 3 of those were on opening day against New Mexico. We talked about that in the pregame show against New Mexico State when he became the second player in NCAA history to hit 3 grand slams in the same game. Who was the other one? Louisville's Jim LaFountain did it in 1976, getting 2 grand slams in the same inning, and later added a solo shot, his 4th of the game, back in 76. But they took the scorecard and they sent it to Cooperstown with Armstrong here, so that's pretty cool. It has never happened in Major League Baseball, 3 grand slams in one game. First pitch to Armstrong. He just needs ground to double play today, though. We got him shifted 3 infielders on the third base side, and he takes the breaking ball low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Armstrong. Short lead at first base for Reebok. Brad told you in the pregame show, this team likes to run, but we've already seen Elliott get a guy at first base. There's a step and a throw over, and he's late getting back there. 20 of 24 on the year as a team. Reebok is 3 of 3, actually second on the team in total number of steals. Sanders has 5, who's not in lineup. Januszek has 5. 1-0 to Armstrong. Well, Sanders is on deck, actually. He is in the lineup. This one misses away for ball 2. 2-0. But we've noticed, at least on their stats, that this team is willing to run a little bit. 2 balls, no strikes to Jace Armstrong. Elliott checks his runner. The 2-0 pitch. Low, ball 3, 3-0. Armstrong was named Perfect Game's National Player of the Week in Week 1 after 3 grand slams in the same game. I think it'd be kind of hard to beat that with anybody else. 12 RBIs in the game, broke Baylor's school record. The previous record was 11. 3-0 to Armstrong. Elliott kicks and delivers the pitch. Way outside, not even close, ball 4. And he's gone walk, hit, batter, walk already. And this will bring up the cleanup batter, Travis Sanders, the shortstop. Sanders leads the team with a .448 batting average, no homers and 3 runs batted in. Preseason all Big 12 shortstop. Hit .325, 8 homers and 25 ribbies a year ago. It's one of their key returning players. Joel Manger was going to go out and visit with Hunter Elliott. And I don't know if this is becoming kind of I don't know if it's a mechanical thing or becoming a mental thing with Hunter Elliott. He's always been kind of a high walk guy, but a high strikeout guy, too, and a high pickoff guy.
Yeah, I think the thing that bothers me the most, David, is just he's not throwing very many strikes at all. That's kind of the alarming part right now. It's 4-pitch walk right there. He hit the batter on the first pitch. I mean, it's just the quality of pitches right now. The misses just aren't real good.
Now the meeting is over. Hunter Elliott has runners at first and second and one down here in the top of the first for Travis Sanders. He is the leading returning hitter for the Bears. Righty against the lefty. Here's the pitch. Up and away, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes to Sanders. Dating back to last season, Sanders has reached base in 13 straight games. He was named All Big 12 Honorable Mention infielder after hitting .335 with 8 homers and 25 RBIs last year. Dangerous hitter, the cleanup man for the Bears. The 1-0 to Sanders. That one's in there for a strike. Kind of aimed that one, didn't he? 1 ball, 1 strike.
Just kind of get me over a slider right there.
And if you're Hunter Elliott, you want to find something you can throw. He couldn't land the fastball very well last week, Brad, so that's the one that concerns you a little bit. First and second, 1 down, 1-1 to Sanders. Hunter Elliott kicks and delivers. And that one's in there, and he fouled it all. That was a good pitch. Strike 2, backdoor breaking ball looked like it to count 1-2 to Sanders. No score, top of the first. Baylor has been gifted a walk, but a pickoff got Janusak. Then a hit batter, walk, 1 down, 2 on, 1-2 pitch to Sanders, the cleanup man. On the way. Missed low, blocked up by Foley. The count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He came back with the changeup right there. It's a good take by Sanders.
Two runners will take the lead off. Furness not holding the first base runner at all, playing way off the bag, too, trying to cover the 4-hole a little bit at first base. 2-2 to Sanders. Squeezing the left center gap on Sanders pretty dramatically. Left fielder Sermon's pulled that way. There's a turn and a throw to second base to Dom Decker, who just slipped in and took the throw well off the bag. No tag applied there. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Sanders. And a pitch. Fouled that one off. It came up and hit his body and rolled into play halfway between the plate and the mound, but it will be a foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Travis Sanders. Sanders was at Texas Tech in 23 and 24, but only played in about 13 games due to an injury. He attended Copper's Cove High School and was ranked the number 6 player in the state of Texas. Left Texas Tech to come to Baylor. And has had 2 years there, including this one. There's a pitch, just misses away. Count full to Travis Sanders. Well, big pitch right here for Hunter Elliott. First and second, 1 down, top of the first, no score. Full count to the cleanup batter. Checks his runner and delivers and gets a line drive to left field, base hit. Charging is Sermons. They're going to round the runner and now hold him as Sermons fires it back in. He got it in a hurry, and so they'll have the bases loaded with 1 down for Hunter Snow. First hit for Baylor.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to score, guy. That ball was hit exceptionally hard by Sanders. Plus, he's playing so shallow. You know, he's playing basically on the track, about 300 feet away. So he gets to it quickly and able to get the ball in. But Hunter in some danger here in the first.
Hunter Snow hitting 200, a home run and 5 RBIs. The left fielder's a left-handed hitter. Base is full, 1 down, top of the first. Lefty on lefty. And Elliott kicks and delivers, and that one's going to be fouled off third base side. And a count 0-1 to Hunter Snow. Hunter Snow's father, Justin, played football at Baylor and had a 12-year career with the Indianapolis Colts as a long snapper. He probably knows one of the Mannings, right? Boy, you need that double play ball, Hindu. The 0-1 to Snow. Fastball downstairs a little bit for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And we're getting Randall and Decker both are pulled toward the second base bag, shortstop and second baseman. Everybody playing back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Elliott kicks, delivers. Ground ball right side. Furness has it. He'll throw to second for 1. A turn and can't get it to Elliott. It was too late getting there. Elliott could not get to first in time, so a run will score. Reaching on a fielder's choice is Snow. He'll also get an RBI. That's his 6th of the year. Sanders is out at second base, 3-6 for the second out of the inning. Armstrong moves to third, and Reebok steps on the plate, and Baylor's up 1-0.
Yeah, just a late break by Hunter.
Rebels, the next time you fly, hit it out of the park with Nicholas Air. Visit nicholasair.com. Ole Miss trails Baylor 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the first. We'll see Federico Udemark Bacetta, Reuter Furness Fawley, Decker Sermons Randall against Stefan Stahl. Stefan Stahl has a 1-run lead to work with. He is also a lefty and taking his warm-ups here. Defensively for Baylor, Snow is in left, Johnson in center. Janusek is in right field. Clements at third base. Sanders at short. Reebok at second base. Armstrong at first. Kennett is catching. Mike Clement, without a nest, is coaching third base for Ole Miss, and Chris Cleary will be at first base. Federico in the leadoff spot, Hindu. That's kind of interesting, the center fielder. Switch hitter. He'll bat right-handed against the lefty, hitting 200 with no homers, 4 RBI. See if we can get him going today.
Yeah, going to change it up just a little bit. Start the switch hitter off first today.
Stahl, S-T-A-H-L, is ready. He's going to pitch from the stretch. He's been a reliever primarily in his career, and he delivers a fastball that's high for ball 1. Lefty ready again. And is 1-0 to Federico. Swing on a foul tip. 87 on that one. Count 1-1. Can they make the miles per hour littler out there too? It's tiny, isn't it? Federico lines this one foul into the stands on the first base side. Fans will get a chance to chase that one. Foul balls when you're in Swayze are brought to you by Guarantee Bank. Integrity, trust, and a personal touch for all of your banking needs. We're more than a bank. We're a community. Guarantee Bank. Get to keep them in Oxford. Swing and a foul tip. Got just a little bit of it. It goes off the catcher's mitt. He couldn't hold on to it. Big cut by Federico. Very close to striking out, but got a little bit to stay alive. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Federico. He's averaging 1 walk per game on the year. Here's his pitch. Big hopper in the middle. This could be trouble. Second baseman's got it. Fires to first just in time. What a play by Reebok. It had a big Super Bowl bounce, and I thought Federico might get there. It was bang-bang at first base, but he threw a bullet to Armstrong for the out. 1 away.
Yeah, he threw it on the run, too. It was a great play by Reebok, just to get him by about a half a step.
1 down for Judd Udemark. Udemark, the third baseman. He's hitting .355, off to a great start. 6 home runs to lead Ole Miss, 13 runs batted, and he leads the SEC, in fact, with 6 home runs, and second with 18 runs scored. He hit 5 homers last week. Takes a fastball for a strike in the count. 0-1. 89 on that fastball. He hit 5 homers and got 10 RBIs and scored 9 times. The 0-1. Off-speed pitch low for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. He had a 2-homer game. He's had 2 2-homer games and has done that now 5 times in his career. 1 ball, 1 strike to Udemark. Fouled it off. Off-speed pitch again at 74 from Stahl. That curveball he throws, 71 to 75. Changeup is 73 to 77. And as Hindu mentioned, he threw a slider a little bit last year, but they have not seen him throw one this year. The 1-2, that misses outside for ball 2. 2-2 to Judd Udemark. Lefty ready and delivers. That one drifts low. Curveball downstairs, maybe ball 3 or change downstairs. They're calling it a changeup on the board. Payoff pitch to Judd Udemark. And his pitch. Swing and a miss. Came back with another changeup and struck him out. 2 down here in the Rebel first.
Yeah, that one's up a little bit. Just got Judd out in front.
So 2 down, nobody on for Tristan Becerra. Second on the team with a .485 batting average. Second on the team with 3 homers. Leads Ole Miss with 16 runs batted in. The Clemson transfer. Becerra. He also leads Ole Miss with 7 multiple hit games. He's really been swinging it. Here's his pitch, lefty on lefty, fastball away. 88 on the fastball for strike 1. As Brad talked about in the pregame, not an overpowering fastball, but he mixes his pitches well. Second baseman Reebok is out on the outfield grass. Breaking ball over for a strike on a curveball to count 0-2. They don't have a full shift on that side, but the shortstop played up the middle, a couple of steps on the shortstop side of the bag. Third baseman playing in the 6-0. For the left-hand hitter, the 0-2. That one's going to miss down, or 1-1's going to miss down. And it's 2-1. Stall ready again. It's 2-1 pitch. Swung on, high fly ball. Not very deep to right field. The right fielder, Janusek, is going to call off the second baseman and make the catch. And that will end the inning. The Rebels go 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After 1, Baylor leads Ole Miss 1-0. This is Rebel Baseball from Learfield.
Hey guys, this is Schaefer Davidson and my wife Lori, owners of Davidson Marble and Granite of Canton, Vicksburg, and McGee. We also have Davidson Monument Company of Forest and Kosciuszko, as well as Central Mississippi Monument Company of Carthage and Louisville.
We offer a variety of granite, marble, and bronze headstones. We are back to pre-pandemic lead times with gray granite running approximately 2 to 3 months.
We are a third-generation family-owned business serving Mississippi since 1937.
Through an inning and a third. The 0-1 to Kennett. That one's downstairs for ball 1. 1-1. Sinker, they called it at 91. Hunter looks in, has the signal from Fawley. The 1-1 pitch. Stepson's going to throw to first. Runner late getting back. It was close. Brad, I'm keeping my left foot on the bag. I mean, why get a lead, right? Gracious. Steps the lead off again at first base is Ty Johnson. 2 of 2 in stolen bases. He goes back to the bag on this one. Line drive down the third base side, just foul. That was going to be trouble. A shot past Udemark that was foul of the line about 2 or 3 feet. And the third base umpire, Michael Carroll, had to get out of the way, first of all, then spun around and looked at it and called it a foul ball. 1-2 to Kennett.
He hung a changeup right there. Fortunate for Ole Miss. Ball's scooting foul territory. Just a couple feet.
Elliott looks to first base. Is 1-2. He's going to step and throw to first again. The runner gets back. Beautiful day here in Houston, Texas. Daikin Park, home of the Houston Astros. The 1-2 pitch. Upstairs for ball 2. 2-2. Middle infield again. Pull toward the bag a little bit, hoping for a double play ball. The 2-2 to Kennett. Swung on, lifted to left field. Sermon's coming on, late jump. Now comes again and makes the catch. And then it was kind of over his head. Boy, he had trouble with that one off the bat, Brad, but got the out nonetheless.
He initially got a good first step. You could hear the infielders hollering in. And get a late break on it. Get there pretty easily, Dave.
It was really low. It was below the knees. He went down there and kind of golfed it to left field. But Tate makes the play. 2 away.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough sun out there for the outfielders right now. Becerra's fully in the sun. Tate's in the sun, but if he has to track one to the wall, it will get into the shade. And Tate's just got a mess out there.
Pitch is high for ball 1. And the shadow that was in foul territory in our pregame show now has moved all the way across the infield. It's about 10 feet into the outfield on the right side, and that shadow creeping across. But there's a little opening over there for Tate Sermons. He's got a lot of sun and shadow to deal with. Pitch, strike call, hit the outer edge to Janusek. And they count 1-1 to the leadoff hitting right fielder. Reached on a walk to open the first, then was picked off at first base. Listed as number 53 in D1 baseball's impact freshman this year. The 1-1. And he delivers. Swing and a miss. Got that one. Bang, Brad. Strike 2, 91 fastball.
Yeah, and that's that ride we talk about, David. 91 plays up probably closer to 94.
1-2 to Janusek. His first career hit for Baylor was a home run. You like that as a freshman, huh? The 1-2, he's going to throw to first instead. Janusek hit .325 in his prep career. He had 17 homers at Liberty Christian in Argyle, Texas. Also stole 54 bases. So they were very excited to secure him as a Baylor Bear. 2 outs, runner first, 1-2 to Janusek. Another throw to first, and reaching over the runner to make the catch was Furness. Kind of crashed shoulders, and the first base umpire thought he was just going to get tagged. Kind of flinched over there. Did Doug Williams, the crew chief. Elliott, 2 down with the runner at first, trailing 1-0. There goes the runner. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Up and away. Fastball. Got him.
Yep, just stayed with it, David. Climbed the ladder on that last one. Records his 3rd strikeout of the day, and you just hope you see Hunter Elliott start to settle in.
No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left via the walk. And after an inning and a half, still 1-0 Baylor. With that strikeout again, remind you all strikeouts recorded by Ole Miss pitchers are brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, new home and auto rates, same great service. Farm Bureau, go with the home team. Rebels bat in the bottom of the second when we come back. The Ole Miss Radio Network.
The right field terrace isn't just a place, it's a vibe where the red and blue roar among home run showers, sending opponents into delirium and bringing the energy to Swayze Field. This Ole Miss tradition is brought to you by Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 49 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Rebels, only at your Mississippi Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2025 total sales.
Hey, when you're hurt, you want a doctor you can trust. That's why athletes across Mississippi, from Ole Miss to high schools statewide, turn to Mississippi Sports Medicine. With 16 locations from Brookhaven up to Hernando, they're the trusted orthopedic team physicians for the Rebels, the MHSAA, and schools all over the state. Their surgeons have performed over half of Mississippi's total joint replacements, while their walk-in clinics and 24/7 online availability make access to care easy. Visit MississippiSportsMedicine.com for more information.
Welcome again to Houston, Texas. David Kellogg, Brad Henderson with you here. Dave Pulaski in our studio. We'll check with Dave with some scores here a little bit later. A lot of activity going on. A lot of teams playing at neutral sites out of the Southeastern Conference. Here it's SEC versus Big 12. And Ole Miss trails Baylor 1-0 going into the bottom of the second. Colin Reuter will step in first. The cleanup hitting DH leads Ole Miss with a .500 batting average, and he takes the first pitch on the inner edge for a strike. Reuter with 1 home run, 11 RBIs. He has really been swinging it well. 6 doubles, which is second most in the SEC and third most nationally. The 0-1 to Reuter. Fastball upstairs just a little bit from the lefty Stahl. Stahl ready again is 1-1 to Colin Reuter. Fouled that one off for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Colin Reuter is one of 8 hitters that qualifies in the SEC that's hitting .500 or better. He leads the team with an 8-game hitting streak and tied with Becerra in multiple RBI games with 4. He's just really been swinging it. Ground ball up the middle, and that's going to slip through for a base hit. Well, that'll extend all of that, Hindu.
Yeah, and that's been the success behind Colin Reuter. We knew the power, David, but he's been able to take the ball up the middle the other way when it's been given to him and takes advantage of it right there. We saw him last year as kind of a right-handed bat against left-handed pitchers and a quality at bat right there against Stahl.
So the Rebels get the potential tying run aboard with no outs. Here's Will Furness, the Ole Miss first baseman, hitting .370. 1 homer, 7 RBIs. Lefty on lefty here with Furness. Swings hard and fouls that one off for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Change up there from the lefty maybe. He hit a walk-off run rule 3-run homer against SEMO Sunday to call that game. Leads Ole Miss in second the SEC with 12 walks as well. Rebs have 64 as a team, for second in the league and 11th nationally. Takes the fastball for a strike, and he's down 0-2 in the count as Furness. He's had 2 games where he has reached all 5 plate appearances. Short lead at first for Reuter. 0-2 to Furness. He'll have to guard the dish. Slaps it left side. Is it going to stay fair? It's in the corner, and it's a fair ball. Kicks up against the wall. Snow will chase it down and throw it back into second with a stand-up double as Furness. First to third goes Reuter, and the Rebels got something working in the second.
Well, he started Will off with 2 fastballs, and then he tried to sneak one more by him and left it up out over the plate. Good piece of hitting by Will. Gets down in that corner we talked about, David. Even though we lose sight of it, it's a pretty good chance it's going to stay fair because there's just no foul territory down there in that corner. Good start for the Rebels here in the bottom half of the second.
Another extra base hit. Doubled there by Will Furness, presented by NE Spark. Your hometown team bring you game-changing lightning-fast fiber internet service. Now this fastball is high for ball 1 to Fawley. Austin Fawley batting in the 6th slot here this evening. Hitting .261, a home run and 8 RBIs. Right-handed batter against a left-handed pitcher. Stahl checks his runners and delivers. Change up. That's called a strike. Looked a little bit up, but called a strike at a count 1-1 to Austin Fawley. Austin Fawley waiting, and now home plate umpire comes out and warns the pitcher. Now we're ready. 1 ball, 1 strike to Fawley. And his pitch. Missed inside just a little bit. Ball 2, off-speed pitch.
Yeah, one of those back foot sliders, trying to get him to swing over the top of it. Good take by Austin.
One of 10 catchers on the preseason Buster Posey Award watch list is Fawley. Swung on, popped up first base side, and it's going to go off into the stands, and somebody will chase it down. If you catch it, you keep it in Oxford. Foul balls are brought to you by Guarantee Bank. Well, big moment of the game. Bottom of the second inning. Rebels have scored a run to tie it. That one's downstairs for ball 2, 2-0. Chance to take the lead, though, if you get a 2-out hit out of Randall. Right now, he's in the driver's seat in the count, at least. Stahl ready and delivers. And gets that one in there for a strike and a count 2-1. 76 on that curveball.
Yeah, didn't give in right there. And we talked about it in the pregame, David. Just fastball counts doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get a fastball.
33rd pitch coming up for Stahl. Swung on line, drive down the line, just foul. First base line, he turned on it and pulled it. Went over the first baseman Armstrong, but hit foul of the line 2 or 3 feet. And the count evens at 2-2 to Randall. Good cut, just a tad bit early. Playing him straight up on the infield. No shifting at all. 2-2 to Braden Randall. And his pitch. Low and away. Another good block up there by the catcher, Kennett. I told you they used 2 catchers, Buchanan and Kennett. Buchanan is actually DHing the game today. But both are really good receivers from what we were told. 2 down, second and third. Full count to Randall. 1-1 game, bottom of the second inning. The pitch. And that's going to be strike 3 called. He thought it was up. He did not like that call, but he'll go away looking. And that will end the inning. Too close to take. Back-to-back strikeouts for Stahl to get out of the inning and stall the Rebels, if you will. 1 run on 2 hits. There was 1 error, and you had 2 men left stranded. We put 2 in the books. We're 1-1 here in Houston, Texas. Top of the third. Next, this is Rebel Baseball from Learfield.
When words alone are not enough, give the gift that shows how much you really care. A diamond from Albritton's. At Albritton's, every diamond is inspected by our gemologist for its color, cut, and clarity. So regardless if you choose a round, oval, or cushion-cut stone, you will always get the best diamond value at Albritton's. Engagements, anniversaries, or just because. Mississippi's foremost diamond merchant since 1920 is Albritton's, your diamond store.
Albritton's Jewelers.
In life and in business, one thing is certain. Change. That's why Pilium Corporation is ready to keep you ahead of the curve on ever-evolving technology, critical for your company's security and growth. To that end, the Pilium team offers IT support and security and forensics, plus cloud services and networking, mobile communications, body cams, in-car video systems, and real-time crime center technology. PILEUM.com. Smart people, smart business, smart solutions.
Third inning coming up. We're late on ID, but let's go ahead and let the stations identify themselves. We'll pause 10 seconds on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Jackson's home for news, traffic, weather, talk, and Ole Miss sports. WFMN Flora Jackson. 97.3 FM. Super Talk, Mississippi.
Hey, Wade Incorporated's been serving Mississippi as your John Deere dealer since 1909 with 14 locations to choose from. Be sure to visit your nearest Wade Incorporated dealership for all of your lawn, small, and large tractor needs. When it comes time to choose, remember, nothing runs like a Deere. It's a lot greener down here, isn't it, Hindu, than back home? Man, we got trees with leaves and all kind of stuff going on. This one's popped up left side. See if it can be an easy play for you to mark foul territory. Who will make the catch? As Reebok went after the first one.
Yep, 1 pitch, 1 out. That's what you want if you're Hunter Elliott.
It'll help that high pitch count, won't it? Reebok was hit by a pitch in the first and later scored the only run for Baylor. Goes after this one, pops it up foul. And you got 1 down. Now Jace Armstrong, the 2-hole hitter. And a pitch. Fastball strike, nipped the outer edge. 90 on that one from Hunter Elliott. 0-1. He's got 3 strikeouts, but also 3 walks and a hit batter. The 0-1 to Armstrong. Down low for ball 1. And you look at the first inning, and Baylor's thinking, gosh, we should have gotten more off of him in the first. And you look at the bottom of the second for Ole Miss, you think, man, we should have got more there. Got the sack bunt to move him over, then strikeout. The 1-1 to Armstrong as Elliott fires. That misses low for ball 2. 2-1 to Jace Armstrong. Shift to the left side of the infield for the Rebels. Armstrong's 2-1 pitch. Takes a strike that hits the outer edge. 2-2. Armstrong leads the Big 12 as a true freshman and 4th nationally with 19 ribbies. Where'd they find this guy, Hindu?
He had 12 in 1 game.
Yeah, that helps, doesn't it? Only 7 since. The 2-2 to Armstrong. Swing and a miss. That time he couldn't catch up to the fastball. It was 92 as he rode that one in there pretty good. 2 down in the inning, and that's strikeout number 4 for Hunter Elliott.
Just kind of stayed with the hard stuff away from Armstrong. He just couldn't catch up to it. He's a big guy. You feel like you don't want him to get his arms extended, but Hunter wins the battle right there.
2 down for Sanders, the shortstop. Had a single in the first. Called Armstrong a freshman. He's a transfer from UT Arlington. Fastball there for a strike, and a count 0-1 to Sanders. Sanders got a base hit in the first. The only hit off of Elliott to this point. The 0-1. Started to go. It's going to be called strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. He came in hitting .448. He didn't really like that call. He thought that was too high. Sanders was drafted out of high school by the Red Sox in the 14th round of the 22 draft. 2 down, nobody on. 0-2 to Travis Sanders, the shortstop for the Bears. Takes this one away for ball 1. 1-2. 1-1 game, top of the 3rd. Elliott trying to have an easier inning. He's got 2 down with nobody aboard. The 1-2 to Sanders. Kicks and delivers. And strike 3 call. Painted that one on the inner edge.
Yep, 92 miles an hour. I think Joel Mangrum has made a decision and had a heart-to-heart with Hunter and said, Hunter, you're going to pitch off the fastball. Figure it out. Let's find it.
Yeah.
He's done a nice job of doing that.
And you almost felt like that was necessary. I think it's a good move by Joel and Hunter to get the fastball where you're landing it all of a sudden. 3 up, 3 down here in the 3rd for Baylor. We go to the bottom half of the frame with score tied 1-1 on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly.
A friend is someone who knows where you came from. Someone who always shows up when you need them. Someone who's there for the good times and the challenging ones. With comprehensive insurance policies backed by award-winning customer service, Shelter Insurance is committed to being there when you need us most. To find your local agent, visit shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
1-1 between Ole Miss and Baylor. Bottom half of inning number 3 coming up. Top of the order for the Rebels, Federico, Udemark, and Becerra. Stahl took care of those 3, 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the 1st. They get a chance to change that this time around. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. Federico, the switch hitter. Little bat right-handed again against the left-hander Stahl. Grounded out to the second baseman on a 1-2 pitch back in the 1st. Wait for Fed's first pitch, and it's on its way. Swung on, fly ball, center field, pretty well stroked. But that's a big old part of the ballpark. Johnson goes back several steps, settles under it, and makes the catch, and you got one away.
Barreled it up. It's a good swing by Fed, but it's the wrong part of the park.
Judd Udemark to hit. Struck out swinging on a full count pitch in the 1st. Udemark, the first Rebel since 2012 to hit 6 home runs in the first 8 games. He was named preseason All-America by National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association. That one's a little bit up for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Udemark. But hitting for average, too, Brad, and that's been good to see.
Well, he's cut his strikeouts down, Dave. He's got much better eye at the plate.
This one is fouled back to our right. You know you can get one up here. 1-1 count.
Yeah, we got a shot, don't we?
Do these big-time Astro announcers got a glove in here somewhere? We're in the Astros home radio booth, and they're down having fun in Florida at spring training. Swing and a miss. Came up empty on that one. He's down 1 ball, 2 strikes in the count. Stahl ready again. The 1-2 to Udemark. Missed away for ball 2. 2-2. Stahl with 3 strikeouts, no walks, 1 run on the 2 hits. Lefty ready is 2-2. Missed up and in for ball 3. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Or you can go to Landry's on the square the next time you're in Oxford. Gentile Apparel's available there. They're a proud partner of Ole Miss Athletics. 0-1 to Braden Buchanan, who struck out swinging to end the 1st inning. And his pitch, line, right field corner, could be trouble if it's fair, and it is. It's going to kick against the wall. Chased down by Becerra. He'll throw it in. It's going to be a stand-up double for Braden Buchanan, an oppo double into the corner. And the Bears got a runner in scoring position on their second hit of the game.
That's a good piece of hitting right there by Buchanan. Got a fastball out over the plate. Didn't try and pull it. Just drove it into that right field corner. A one-out double for the Bears.
And this will bring up Brighton Clements, the third baseman, who struck out swinging to lead off the second inning. Right-handed batter against a left-handed pitcher. Elliott checks his runner at second once, now delivers. Up and away for ball one. Top half of the fourth inning. Baylor got a run in the first. Ole Miss got a run in the second. The 1-0 to Clements. Elliott fires. Downstairs, ball 2-0. Missed on the changeup low. Sermon's playing way back in left field. He's a step off the warning track, but it's pretty close out there. 3:15 down the line. Pickoff play at second base to Decker. He makes the catch, but no tag. Caught it in front of the bag. Hunter Elliott so far with 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, a hit batter, giving up the 1 run, earned run on 2 hits. The 2-0 to Clements. Hunter checks second base, turns towards second. He'll soft toss it to Decker, who's running toward the bag again. Hunter Elliott named to the preseason Golden Spikes Award watch list and earned preseason All-American honors from National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association, Perfect Game, and D1, among others. Lefty ready, kicks, fires. Fouled back, challenged him, and has a 2-1 count. D1 baseball. Housed here in Texas, has Hunter ranked the number 5 best starting pitcher in the nation, only returning pitcher nationally to have earned 10 wins and 100 strikeouts a year ago. He's really righted his ship since the first inning, trying to at least. A 2-1 to Clements. Swing and a miss. Chased a dropping changeup there, looked like him to.
Yeah, it was good off-speed, David. It was a changeup.
2-2 the count.
Just dives away from that right-handed hitter.
Buchanan steps off the lead again at second base. Elliott from the stretch looks at the runner. Now the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Doubled up on it, Brad.
Yep, he sure did. Second time he's gotten Clements. Both swinging. 7 strikeouts now for Hunter Elliott.
2 down with runner at second for Ty Johnson, the 8-hole hitter, the center fielder. Walked on 4 pitches in the second inning. That was not anywhere near a strike, but it fooled him as it was kind of running away. The changeup falling as well. Ty Johnson, left-handed hitter, so lefty on lefty with a runner at second and 2 down. Here's his pitch. Low inside for ball 1. 81 on that slider, looked like. Maybe a change again. It was in on the feet. 1 ball, no strikes to Johnson. Hunter ready and fires. That one's in there for a strike. 83. Baylor trying to regain the lead with Buchanan out at second base and 2 down. 1-1 to the 8-hole hitter, Ty Johnson. Elliott kicks and fires. Fastball inside. That almost brushed his leg. 2 balls, 1 strike to Johnson. So Johnson has seen 6 balls and 1 strike in his 2 outings. He came in hitting only a $150. He's done a good job of not chasing. The 2-1 on the way. Started to go. Should have. That was a strike on the outer edge.
Yeah, good pitch by Hunter. Kind of set him up with that pitch before. We kind of brushed him off the plate. Fastball in the inner half. Comes back with a nice slider down and away from the left-handed hitter, Johnson.
2-2 count. Hunter Elliott looks to second and fires. That's downstairs, blocked up by Fawley nicely, and a full count to Ty Johnson. So a payoff pitch here. Top of the fourth. 1-1 game. Hunter Elliott kicking the dirt. He kind of likes to do that, doesn't he? He's got his little routine, doesn't he? Pitchers had that little routine going. Full count to Johnson. Hunter Elliott. Ready, kicks, and fires. And it's going to be strike three call right at the knees, and Johnson started walking toward the dugout immediately. That ends the inning.
91 on the inner half. Looked like Johnson was sitting breaking ball because he had gotten several sliders that at bat, but perfectly located. Johnson goes down looking. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Hunter Elliott.
And Brad, you talked about it. Hunter needs to land that pitch because he needs that.
Yeah, and that's what he's going to pitch off of, Dave. And well done. Great call right there by Joel Mangum.
8 Ks, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. The Rebels will have Reuter, Furness, Fawley coming up in a 1-1 game on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Ever imagine one company could transform how you live and work? With C-Spire, you're connected with advanced technology that enhances everything you do. How you order your morning coffee.
Order my usual.
How you secure your company's data. Even how you implement AI to increase productivity.
And next quarter is looking even better.
Giving you the confidence and control to accelerate business growth. There's more to see. C-Spire. Customer inspired.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
One game. Left-hander Stahl's taking his final warm-up pitch. He's going to try to keep it where it is. Had a good pitching outing between these two guys. Reuter, Furness, and Fawley will bat for Ole Miss. Decker would come up if somebody gets aboard as we're in the bottom half of inning number 4. Hey, Mississippi business owners, are you considering a succession plan? Service Specialist currently has a great line of CFO and COO candidates looking to connect with Mississippi-owned and operated businesses. First pitch, fouled off toward the dugout on the third base side where Baylor is housed. You can call Will Martin at 601-898-1085. Service Specialist, connecting employers and job candidates in Mississippi since 1967 with 4 locations to best serve you. The 0-1 to Reuter, and he slaps that one foul first base side into the upper deck here at Dykin Park. Now it's going to roll all the way back down. Somebody will reach and try to get it. Count 0-2 to Reuter. Stahl delivers. Missed outside for ball 1, 1-2. Stephen Stahl, 1-0 with a 0 ERA coming into this one. Here's his pitch. Swung on, lifted left field corner. That's going to work for Reuter again. One hopper, backhand knocked down by Snow. Now he picks it up into second base. Goes Reuter with yet another double.
Well, he got a changeup right there, David. Stayed up. Kind of got it off the end of the bat, but got it down in that corner. Man, he just continues to swing a hot bat.
Colin Reuter with 7 doubles. It was second in the SEC at 6 coming in and third nationally. He just got another one. Another extra base hit presented by NE Spark, your hometown team. Bring you game-changing lightning fast fiber internet service.
If you will, you got to try and pull something right here. Get something to the right side.
Lefty against lefty. Chased one upstairs a little bit. Swings through it for strike 1. Furness got a double in that same corner the opposite way back in the second. 3 hits, and they belong to Reuter and Furness. Reuter's got 2. Furness has 1. 0-1 to Furness. That one's in there for a strike. He's down 0-2 in the count. Nacogdoches, Texas. He's got an army of people here, I think. The 0-2 pitch. Check swing, missed low for ball 1. Nacogdoches is what, 2.5? About 2.5 hours from here. 1-2 to Furnace. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a breaking ball. 1 down. Good strikeout for Stahl. That's his 5th.
Yeah, Coach B going to come out and have a word. Is there something Will Furnace didn't like? He didn't like it after the first pitch. I don't know if it's a quick pitch type thing. I'm not sure, but Coach B going to come out to take up for his first baseman.
He's having some words with the home plate umpire, Joe Hare. 6 strikeouts actually for Stahl now. And Coach B headed back to the dugout. 1 down with a runner second for Austin Foley, the catcher. Foley reached on an error on the third baseman. Clements got an RBI on that. Later left stranded at second base. Stahl ready, looks in, has the signal from Kennett. And delivers. Up and away for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Guy kind of floated that one in there, hung it a little bit, but Sermons let it go by. The 0-1 to Tate. Missed low and away, ball 1. 1-1. Tate Sermons got 2 for 4 game against Nevada in game 2 with a home run, a solo shot. Swing and a miss. Got a little piece of it, held on by the catcher for strike 2. It was up a little bit, chased it, missed it. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sermons. Redshirted last year, getting a chance to play this year from Valdosta, Georgia. 1-2. In the dirt, blocked up beautifully by Kennett. Count 2-2. Kennett just softened out. He's not a real big catcher, but he's really slick behind the plate. 2 on, 2 outs, 2-2 count. Deuce is wild. Let's see if Sermons can find one here. Stahl kicks and delivers the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That'll end the inning. Stefan Stahl with 8 strikeouts. And the Rebels leave 2 on base here in the 4th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left. After 4 complete, it's still 1-1. Hunter Elliott's turn again as we go to the 5th. 9-hole hitter Kennett, then top of the order for Baylor. This is Rebel Baseball from Learfield.
Hello, my name is John Merrill, the owner of Amada Senior Care. We're your local trusted advisor for senior home care. We provide experienced caregivers for your loved ones so they can remain in their home. Just like you would care for your loved ones, our employees provide assistance with their personal care needs. As your trusted senior advisor, I can help your family navigate the long-term care insurance process. Just call me, John Merrill with Amada Senior Care, for your free in-home consultation. 601-864-3752.
When words alone are not enough, give the gift that shows how much you really care. A diamond from Albritton's. At Albritton's, every diamond is inspected by our gemologist for its color, cut, and clarity. So regardless if you choose a round, oval, or cushion-cut stone, you will always get the best diamond value at Albritton's. Engagements, anniversaries, or just because. Mississippi's foremost diamond merchant since 1920 is Albritton's, your diamond store.
Albritton's Jewelers.
Families and the Ad Council.
Well, the Astros communications people get it. They're playing Love Is Gone here at Daikin Park, and the Ole Miss fans enjoying that with all the good old arm gyrations. We're hoping that Hunter Elliott's arm stays strong here in the 5th.
This is 71 pitches, David. We do have a right-hander up and throwing, Hudson Calhoun. You feel like, though, Hunter's pitch count is going to be in that 85 to 90.
5th inning is brought to you by your Mississippi Ford dealers and the Ford F-150, the official truck of the Ole Miss Rebels and America's best-selling trucks for 47 straight years. 1-1 game between Baylor and Ole Miss. Baylor with the run in the first, Ole Miss with the run in the second. Swing and a miss on a changeup on the outer part of the plate. J.J. Kennett, the catcher, reached, tried to get to it, swings through it. He lined out to left field in the second inning. Leading off the top of the 5th. through 4. Baylor 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, 4 left. Swing and a miss. Got that one past him on a fastball at 90. 0-2 to Kennett. The Rebels through 4 innings with the 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, 4 men left. And the 0-2. This is high for ball 1. Elliott has struck out 8. Stahl has struck out 8. Both of them had one shaky inning. For Elliott, it was the first, and it was the second there for Stahl. The 1-2 to Kennett. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 91. Again, it's not a 97 or 98, but it's got great spin rate. It gets on you in a hurry. And that'll be the 9th strikeout for Hunter Elliott.
It's the 6th in the last 7 batters. He went 3. Buchanan then doubled, and he's gone 3 more.
And that's the most for him this year. Career high 10. He's done that twice. Janusek takes it low for ball 1. Did you think he was going to strike out 9 or 10 after that first inning? He struck out Buchanan to end that frame, and he really hasn't looked back since. Left a couple of men stranded after giving up a run. 1-0 to Janusek. He's got a walk and a strikeout. Strike called, outer edge, 1-1 count. And with the strikeout to Buchanan in the first, he's gone strikeout, walk, line out, strikeout, pop out, foul, strikeout, 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 double, strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. 1-1 to Janusek. Hunter Elliott kicks, fires. Swing and a miss. Got able to chase one away. All of a sudden, the fastball is there. Hunter Elliott is back. I haven't seen any panic out of him at all when struggles have occurred a little bit.
He's one of the, and he's done it since he was a freshman. He's figured out how to navigate, figure out the problem, figure out the issue, get it solved, and roll.
Ready with a 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Change up away. And Janusek becomes strikeout number 10. That ties a personal best for Hunter Elliott.
Yeah, he's getting stronger as this game goes along. Velocity's still good.
Struck out 7 of the last 8. They'll face Reebok now, the left-handed hitting second baseman. Was hit by a pitch and later scored the only run of the game for Baylor. Popped out in foul territory to third baseman Udemark in the third. 80th pitch right here. Inside and brushed him just a little bit. Hunter Elliott did not think it hit him. And they may review it, yeah. May get a check.
Prepaid Regions Now card. That's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Ole Miss gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra hottie toddy from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Rebels to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
Well, we head to the bottom of the 4th, 5th inning. A new pitcher's in the game. We're at the Bruce Polk College Classic benefiting the Astros Foundation as Ole Miss and Baylor are tied 1-1, and that's going to be it for Stephen Stahl, which we're kind of glad to see him go. 8 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 run earned, 3 hits. He was fantastic. And the new pitcher is Charlie Atkinson, a big right-hander, a junior, is Atkinson. He stands in at 6'5" from Katy, Texas. He transferred to Baylor from Dallas Baptist. And on the year, Hindu, he's 1-0 with a 0 ERA, making his 3rd appearance.
Yeah, he only made 1 appearance last year at Dallas Baptist, DK. 88-90 with the fastball. Slider be in the low to mid-80s. Sweeping breaking ball, changeup in the upper 70s, and he'll throw a changeup around 80. Sweeper's more like a slider, I guess.
Here's his first pitch to Randall. Way outside for ball 1. Stahl goes 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 run earned with the 8 strikeouts and a walk. Finished strong. So he got out of a jam in the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. Downstairs for ball 2. 2-0 to Randall. Don't know if he's on a pitch count or not, but he kind of looked to the dugout, hesitated. for just a moment. And the pitching coach, Snedeker, went out to talk to him.
Yeah, through 73 pitches, 45 were strikes. He had a really nice outing.
No doubt. There's a strike on a backdoor breaking ball to Randall. 2-1 the count. One game, bottom of the fifth. Randall takes it inside. Good eye out of Braden. The count is 3-1. Randall, then Federico Udemark. If somebody gets aboard, Becerra. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. Maybe a change up there. Full count. Sliders, what it had appearance of being. Full count to Randall. Ground ball right side. First baseman's got it easily, and stepping on the bag is Armstrong, and one away. Top of the order, Hayden Federico. The switch hitter will slip over to the other side, bat left hand. He's 0 for 2 with the ground out and a fly out.
Well, I know Ole Miss is glad to see Stahl out of the game, David. And you just feel like with the pop that's in this lineup, I hope we can get one out of here soon.
Top three hitters are 0 for 6. So we're back to the top of the order. Federico swings and fouls it straight back for strike one. Atkinson goes to behind the mound and picks up the rosin bag. Now comes back up to the hill. Boy, he looks like he's throwing down at you, Hindu.
He's a tall, good-looking right-hander, David.
The 0-1 to Federico. Fouled off, first base side into the Ole Miss dugout on a breaking ball coming back to him, and the count is 0-2 to Federico. Hayden Federico, 5th in the SEC with 1 walk per game coming into this series. Led off the game with a homer in that first pitch against Arkansas as a freshman last year. Got off to a great start a year ago. Takes this pitch away for ball one, then kind of slowed down later in the year. Has not got it going this year yet.
Scouting report got out on him, but first time I've seen them really do the shift. They've moved Clements now over behind second base on the second base side.
Swing and a miss, dropped by the catcher. Federico will run to first. It rolls back toward the on-deck circle. Ole Miss has got Udemark, and he goes back, picks it up, throws it to first. So it's a strikeout 2-3 for the second out of the inning.
Third baseman number 27, Joe Udemark.
2 down for Udemark. Udemark's got a strikeout swinging and a strikeout looking.
Ole Miss has struck out 9 times to Baylor pitching. First one for Atkinson.
Udemark with 6 home runs on the season. 1-1 game, bottom of the 5th. And this is down for ball one. A lot of Rebel fans in the stands. Good to see that. The 1-0 to Udemark. Swing and a miss. That was kind of up a little bit. Chased the breaking ball for strike one. Atkinson kicks, delivers. Low and away for ball two. Slider outside. 2-1 count. He's trying to have an easy inning. He's got a ground out and a strikeout. And a pitch. Good eye. That one misses away. Good frame job there by Kennedy. He brought it up quickly on that outer edge, but the home plate umpire, Joe Harris, was not fooled. It was definitely a ball. 3-1 to Udemark. Well, Axon knows he's got to be careful with Judd Udemark. The 3-1 pitch. High, ball 4, walked him. So the Rebels get a 2-out base runner to keep the inning alive, and here's Tristan Becerra.
Just wasn't going to give in to Judd right there. Stayed with that slider. It messed up.
Becerra's 0 for 2 with a fly out and a strikeout. Has he been 0 for 2 all year? He's been so hot, Brad.
I think Judd's got green light if he wants it too.
What kind of move did they say this guy's got on our scouting report? Righty ready and delivers. Up and in for ball one. Boy, if he'd been going there, he'd have made it, because Kennett had to stand up and reach behind the batter to catch that one. 1 ball, no strike. Didn't go behind him, but he stood up and caught it and fell behind Becerra. 1 ball, no strikes to Tristan Becerra. Turn, quick throw to first, and back in there is Udemark. Atkinson with an average move, the scouting report says. Inside for ball 2. He got that one over there pretty good, though. 2 balls, no strikes to Bacetta. Udemark with a 2-out walk. Looks for the signal from Coach Clement in the third base box, and he'll step off another lead. Bacetta should see a pretty good pitch, the 2-0. Swung on, deep to right, down the line, stay fair ball. It is out of here. 2-run homer as Bacetta pulls it down the right field line, and the Rebels take a 3-1 lead.
We just felt like it was coming, David. I know he swung and missed an awful lot. That second inning probably left some runs on the board. But you just felt like this team has got too much pop. And with 2 outs, we get a 2-out walk and then a homer, and the Rebs take a 3-1 lead.
It's always a good time for a big fly. Nicholas Ayers sponsors our home runs, and Bacetta gets his 4th of the year. Little hotty-toddy in the stands. I didn't see the replay, but it looked like it's right where a left-handed hitter wants it
to. Slider down and in.
That one's low on a slider for ball 1 to Reuter. Reuter's 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Here's the pitch. Oh, yeah, it was coming right to him, inner half. Whew, right where the lefty wants it, Brad.
Yeah, he knew it right away. It was a no-doubter.
Swung on, little looper to shallow left field, dropping fast, diving forward and making a great catch is Snow. Snow running forward, slid feet toward the infield and got under that one to make the catch. Nice catch, and that will end the inning. But the Rebels have taken the lead, a 2-run, 2-out homer by Tristan Bacetta, as the Rebs get 2 runs on 1 hit. Took advantage of the 2-out walk to Udemark, no errors, and nobody left. That'll wrap up the Ford 5th. The Ford F-150, a truck with tradition of greatness as strong as the Rebels, with exceptional towing and hauling capability, plus the power of a mobile generator. It's no wonder why F-150 is the official truck of Ole Miss. Visit your local Mississippi Ford dealers or log on to buyfordnow.com today. Rebels with home run number 17 on the year have taken a 3-1 lead over Baylor. This is Rebel Baseball from Learfield.
Cindy Hyde-Smith voted for Nancy Pelosi's $1.7 trillion omnibus spending bill, fully funding Biden's agenda. She voted for billions overseas with no accountability and against cutting welfare for illegal immigrants. She even blocked ethics reforms, including a ban on insider stock trading in Congress. Why does she vote like a D.C. insider instead of a Mississippi conservative? Just listen to her own words.
You know, we're just a big club is all we are.
Yeah. Just a club. And they protect each other. That's why Hyde-Smith gave thousands to club members who voted to impeach Trump, while Mississippi pays the price. Mississippi can't afford another term of the club.
I'm Sarah Adlaka, the conservative Republican for Senate. I approve this message because it's time Mississippi has a senator who will help drain the swamp, not admit to being part of it.
Paid for by Sarah Adlaka for Senate.
And the Ad Council.
The top of the 6th, grounds crew doing a good job on the diamond, refreshing it. Want to remind you about Stouts Carpet and Flooring. Is it time to let their field crew refresh your floor? Stouts Carpet and Flooring carries all the top brands in flooring, and as a Mohawk Premier Edge dealer, they can provide just the right floor for you with quality installation. To learn more about their many flooring options, call 662-234-5227 or go to stoutsflooring.com. Well, the breaking ball over for a strike, 0-1 count. 26th career appearance for Hudson Calhoun. Last year was his biggest year, 21 outings out of the bullpen. The 0-1 to Snow. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball away for strike 2. He can go distance too, Brad. In fact, was in kind of a battle before it came to the season. Maybe win one of the starting weekend roles. Didn't mean he was bad. It just coaches decided to go with the route they've got. And Calhoun and Rabe are just tremendous out of the pen in long relief. The 0-2 Fouled away, third base side.
Yeah, what a luxury for Mike Bianco and Joel Mangrum to have that arsenal in the pen. And, you feel like if Hudson's stuff is good, he can carry you through the rest of this game if he can continue to get out. So that pitch count should not be an issue.
He's got a save and a win already this year. Save over Nevada, the win over Missouri State. He's actually, career-wise, wins 4-0 when his opportunities to grab a W has crept up. He's done that. He's never lost a game. Runner at first, 0-2 to Hunter Snow. And he delivers. Ground ball rolled left side. Udemark moves over, grabs and fires, and there's the out. He was played in that direction a little bit, Brad, so it was an easy play for the Rebel third baseman in the 6-0.
Yeah, just had to go to his left a little bit. Ball stayed down on him. Nice job. Makes a strong throw. Like Hunter got in the hands a little bit of Hunter Snow.
We made an error on the throw around, but those don't count, right? Threw it into left field. 2 down, nobody on for Braden Buchanan. The 6-hole hitting DH has a strikeout and a double. Double the opposite way in the right field corner, but was left stranded with one out in the fourth. Calhoun kicks, fires. Little roller again toward Udemark. Charges this one, scoops it up. Judd fires to Furness, and what an easy inning for Hudson Calhoun. 1, 2, 3 go to Bears in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. The Rebels will try to add to the lead on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
The right field terrace isn't just a place. It's a vibe where the red and blue roar among home run showers, sending opponents into delirium and bringing the energy to Swayze Field. This Ole Miss tradition is brought to you by Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 49 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Rebels, only at your Mississippi Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2025 total sales.
Hey, Rebel fans. For more than 50 years, Mississippi Asthma and Allergies board-certified team of allergists has treated patients by identifying triggers and creating personalized treatment plans. Now with 8 convenient locations across Mississippi, including Oxford, we're right next door when you need us. Treating infants to adults and Ole Miss students. Find our clinic nearest you at msaac.com. Mississippi Asthma and Allergy, helping Mississippi live life to the fullest and allergy-free.
Volley decorative after Ole Miss, 5, 6, and 7 against the right-hander Charlie Atkinson, who just gave up a 2-run homer. But the Rebels take the lead. Coors Light Mountain Cold Refreshment. Choose Chill, official corporate sponsor of Ole Miss Athletics. Celebrate responsibly.
First baseman, number 36, Will Furness.
Well, 5, 6, and 7 for the Rebels. See if we can add on, David. Rebels lead at 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. We're going to have a little conversation as well with home plate umpire Joe Harris.
Well, they pat each other on the shoulder. Furness on the shoulder. Joe pats him on the side. He was not happy in the last at bat about quick pitching or something. Missed inside for ball 1. Knowing Will, he probably said, hey, I'm not trying to show you up, but I was just a little concerned that might have been on the edge. I'm talking for him. We can ask him later, right? 1-0 to Furness. There's a strike on the outer edge, 1-1. We're talking about the pregame show. Mary and I drove through Nacogdoches, Texas, the home of Will Furness, on the way down here. The 1-1. Up and away, ball 2. Of course, he's the son of longtime, or a college Hall of Famer, Eddie Furness, who played for LSU. And I told Will, I said, I didn't see a billboard of you anywhere in Nacogdoches. He just laughed. This one misses outside, ball 3. He said, Daddy's got one over by his office. I don't know if he's serious or not.
I'm sure it's for his clinic. Yeah. He's a doctor there in Nacogdoches.
Maybe that's what it is. Put it up himself, though, right? 3-1 to Will Furness. And a pitch. Outside, ball 4. Good at bat. He has just continued to find ways to walk. He's just hard to pitch to, Brad.
Yeah, he can beat you in so many ways. And when he's clicking, he can go the other way. And we saw that back in the second inning when he doubled. He's patient. Doesn't swing at a lot of bad pitches.
Will Furness named to the preseason All-SEC team, and he's not disappointing so far. He's got a double strikeout walk. He's been on base twice. So a leadoff walk out of Atkinson. That's his second walk since entering. And with a runner at first and no outs, Austin Fawley, the catcher, will bat. Fawley with a reached on an error in the second, but got an RBI on that one, then struck out swinging in the fourth. So officially 0 for 2 is Fawley. Atkinson from the stretch. Kicks, delivers. Strike on the inner half. And they count 0-1. 83 breaking ball. That was a great location. It started the hip and nipped the inner half. 0-1 to Fawley. Right-hander ready and delivers. Missed high a little bit for ball one. Kennett tried to frame that one down. Didn't have any success with it. Atkinson. Ready from the stretch again. Furnace with a short lead as Armstrong holds him on. Now it's a quick throw over there and he gets back. Ole Miss will play Ohio State in the morning. 11 o'clock, 10:30 will be our airtime for the second game for Ole Miss in this event. Ohio State lost a tough one, 6-5 to San Antonio earlier today. Swung on, popped him up on the infield. Sky high, third baseman coming down, catcher calling for it, and in foul territory. Kennett made the catch, but he really fought it. Almost stepped on his mask. Lesson to younger catchers, you throw the mask way out of the way. He was dancing around that headgear.
And that would have been interesting because that ball had backspin on it, and had he missed it completely, it probably comes into fair territory. Yeah. Will was aware of that at first base.
One down with a runner at first for Dom Decker, the second baseman. Sack, bunt, and a walk. Missed inside for ball one. So Udemark, Furnace, and Decker have all reached again in some form or fashion in this game. That puts all three of them at 10 games. Got a pinch hitter coming out for Ole Miss as well, standing on deck. 1-0 to Decker. Swung on and fouled away. Got to go on the outer half. Late on it, fouled it off first base side. Rebels have on deck swinging Cannon Golden, the freshman from Beaufort, Georgia. Going to go with a left-handed hitter for Sermons next against the right-handed pitcher. The 1-1 pitch. Missed in just a little bit for ball two. Good eye by Dom Decker. 2 balls and a strike to Decker. Atkinson fires. Breaking ball low, ball 3. All of a sudden he's having trouble landing that. He got behind Furnace, 3-1, walked him. Did get Fawley to pop out on a 1-1, but now he's behind Decker, 3-1. In fact, Kennett's going to go out the mound to talk to the big guy. This is one of those where you're a little catcher, and you go up the mound, you make him stand in front of you because, the mound slopes down. Coach Bianco used to do that with Ben McDonald, he said. Or I heard that rumor. I may have heard it from Ben. He said, then I'm looking eyeball to eyeball with Bianco. Runner first, 1 down, 3-1 to Decker. The meeting is over as Kennett comes back to the plate. Rebels leading 3-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Baylor out of the Big 12, of course. Ole Miss out of the SEC. Good matchup on this Friday afternoon in Houston, Texas. Atkinson ready again, stops at the belt. 3-1 pitch. Ground ball rolled toward the second baseman. Scooped up there. They'll go to second for 1. Back to first for a double play. Reebok Sanders to Armstrong. That was too easy. 4-6-3, and the Rebels are done in this inning. Well, catcher went out there and said, throw a double play ball. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We put 6 in the books. Ole Miss still leading 3-1. Inning number 7 coming up. This is Rebel Baseball from Learfield.
I'm Sandy, an Entergy Customer Service Manager, and I'm on a mission to save you money. Our Superpower Mississippi plan is creating more and better power and will help keep future bills 16% lower through 2030. And new large customers like Amazon are funding grid upgrades that will save residential customers billions of dollars. Mississippi is my home, and I'm on a mission to keep rates well below the national average. Learn more at EnergyMississippi.com/SuperPowerMS.
In life and in business, one thing is certain. Change. That's why Pilium Corporation is ready to keep you ahead of the curve on ever-evolving technology, critical for your company's security and growth. To that end, the Pilium team offers IT support and security and forensics, plus cloud services and networking, mobile communications, body cams, in-car video systems, and real-time crime center technology. PILEUM.com. Smart people, smart business, smart solutions.
Top of the seventh inning, Clemson with some college tournaments, and they do a wonderful job of putting on these events, and really good group of teams in this one. Earlier today, as we talked about, we saw Texas San Antonio rally and then held off Ohio State 6-5. Rebels play Ohio State tomorrow at 11. 10:30 will be our airtime. This is the second game of the day. Later tonight, Coastal Carolina runner-up nationally. And you've got Texas out of our league. They are in our league now. That'll be a heck of a game tonight. Cannon Golden is going to pinch hit here, Brad. Here's his first one. Swung on, lifted to center field. Drifting back as Johnson has room. He hit it to the deepest part of the park, and Golden, the freshman, is retired. On the first pitch, one down. Now Braden Randall, the 9-hole hitter. Cannon Golden, D1 baseball, 61st best freshman nationally. Getting a chance to swing it. Absolutely fly. In front of that double by Foley the other night, he was at first base. Pitch misses away as Randall showed bunt the third baseman. Now Dotson, who pitch hit, is playing third, charging in. It misses away for ball one. He scored from first base, and I mean, it wasn't even close. Golden can fly. We'll see if he stays in the game the rest of the way. The 1-0 to Randall, swung on. He's got a high fly ball to shallow right field. Running in is Janusek. He's under it, has it for the out. 2 quick outs for Atkinson here in the 7th inning. Top of the order now, Federico. Fed's 0 for 3. Ground out, fly out, strikeout. Sun's starting to leave us, but wind has died down completely. I've not seen a single cloud go by. It is just Chamber of Commerce like in Houston here today. Got up to 87 degrees. 2 down for Federico. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Takes it low for ball one. Ole Miss on top 3-1, bottom of the 7th inning. After this half frame, we'll check on some other SEC action with Dave Pulaski in our studios. Said the weather's not quite as good in North Carolina where he is right now. This one skips low, a little bit chillier. Your day's coming, Dave. Just hang in there. We got the info on Pacetta's home run. I don't know if Brad used this or not. Did you see that? It was
105 off the bat. I didn't see what
383.
That's a no-doubter down in that right field corner.
Difference in the game right now. The 2-0. There's a strike, and the count is 2-1 to Federico. Federico with a ground out to second, fly out to center, strikeout swinging, and then thrown out 2-3 on the drop ball. The 2-1, way up and away, ball 3. 3-1. Federico's dad, Mike, longtime coach, is now the director of player development at Louisiana Tech. They're dealing with Southern Miss, where he was for a while as a coach. That one's fouled back, jammed him inside. Might have been ball 4, but he fouled it back. Got hit on top of it, fouled it straight back. Bounced it back to the backstop. Full count to Hayden Federico. Atkinson ready with a full count pitch. Low inside, ball 4. Great take there by Federico. It was a back foot breaking ball, and he just let it go.
Yeah, he doubled up on it, DK. That was the pitch before that he fouled off. recognized it early right there. Good at bat. Give you big boys a chance to drive you in right here with 2 outs.
Udemark up 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. First time for Federico to reach, so Hayden at first, and now slow walk out to the hill. This might be it for Atkinson. This is the head coach, Mitch Thompson, I believe.
Yep. And they've had a right-hander up and throwing. From what I could see, it was a side armor.
Yep, and they're going to point to him now. So we'll take a break and let Dave give you some scores here in Houston, Texas. Ole Miss on top of Baylor, 3-1, bottom of the 7th, with runner first and 2 outs on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric, and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Ever imagine one company could transform how you live and work? With C-Spire, you're connected with advanced technology that enhances everything you do. How you order your morning coffee.
Order my usual.
How you secure your company's data. Even how you implement AI to increase productivity.
And next quarter is looking even better.
Giving you the confidence and control to accelerate business growth. There's more to see. C-Spire. Customer inspired.
Rebels up 3-1 on Baylor in Houston as they bat in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bears go into the bullpen. Gives us a chance to give you an update from SEC baseball. Dave Pulaski inside the Learfield Network studios right now in Arlington, Texas at Globe Life Field as part of the Amegy Bank College Baseball Series. Number 20 Tennessee trailing number 1 UCLA 11-5. The Bruins with a 6-run 7th inning has helped propel them into the lead there as they look to hand Tennessee their 3rd loss in their last 4 games. Meanwhile, Oklahoma is doubling up Gonzaga up 6-3 in the bottom of the 5th. Sooners scored all 6 of their runs in the home half of the 1st inning at Kimry Family Stadium. Vanderbilt and UC Irvine tied up 3-3 in the top of the 5th inning in Las Vegas as part of the Live Like Lou Las Vegas Classic. Final from earlier today, number 4 Mississippi State, an 8-4 triumph over Arizona State. The Bulldogs are now 10-0 on the season. That was the early game in the Amegy Bank College Series in Arlington. Number 11 Georgia run rules Oakland 16-6 at Foley Field behind an 8-run 5th. Trey Phelps goes 3 for 4 on the day for the Bulldogs. Kentucky a winner over St. John's 3-1 as the Wildcats get their 2nd home win of the season after dropping their home opener last week against Morehead State. And number 6 Arkansas tried to rally in the bottom of the 9th inning against UT Arlington, but they come up just short. They lose to the Mavericks 4-3 as the Razorbacks drop to 7-3 on the season. Now back to Dyken Park in Houston. DK and Hendu, guys.
Thank you very much, Dave. So, yeah, Razorbacks 7-3. Georgia improves to 7-2, and so does Kentucky. All right, got a new pitcher in. It's Grayson Murray. Throw to first, skips away, rolls up the first base side, and taking off is Federico. He might get to third. He hits a bag at second. He's headed to third base. Long throw across is not going to be in time. It's a 2-base throwing error on the new pitcher, Grayson Murray.
He just kind of threw it up the right field side right there, and Armstrong, the first baseman, couldn't glove it. And I tell you what that does, David, with 2 outs, a side armor right here, sinker baller, it puts a lot more pressure on the catcher right here. Because you know you feel like Judd's going to see an awful lot of breaking balls.
Grayson Murray's 0-0 with a 4.91 earned run average as he's in the game. Where's number 46? Murray, senior from Tyler, Texas, came to Baylor from Tyler Junior College. And the sidearm delivery down low, but caught there by Kennett. And the count is 1-0 to Udemark. So runner third with 2 down. Udemark just wants a base hit, get him home. Rebels leading 3-1. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Righty on righty. There's the pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. I know that was sidearm, but man, he kind of hung that. And Udemark came up empty. 1 ball, 1 strike to Judd. Federico leads down from third. And the pitch. Swung on, popped it up right side. Should be an easy play. Reebok goes out in the outfield grass. The second baseman has it, and that will end the inning. Well, they got away with a mistake on the throw to first base. But Ole Miss comes up empty in the 7th. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 man left. This team had made only 4 errors all year. Made 2 in this game. We'll go to the 8th inning. Ole Miss leading by 2, 3-1. This is Rebel Baseball from Learfield.
Jack Hoffman here with Tico Steakhouse. At Tico Steakhouse, tradition is always on the menu, and now that tradition lives in 2 locations. Ridgeland off County Line Road and in Oxford on the Square. Known for the finest cuts of meat, the perfect sear, and hospitality that feels like home, Tico's is where memories are made every day. Whether you're celebrating a special occasion, toasting a big game win, or even simply enjoying a great meal with friends and family, Tico Steakhouse is the place. Come taste the legacy, savor the tradition.
Albritton's Jewelers.
When love requires a gift, nothing says it better than Albritton's. Since 1920, we've been part of your family. From weddings and anniversaries to holidays, we've been there for every special occasion. At Albritton's, we value your trust. Every gift, whether large or small, is a reflection of our commitment to quality and excellence. There's a reason we're still Mississippi's foremost diamond merchant. Let us show you why. Albritton's Jewelry, 4460 Old Canton Road in Jackson.
Albritton's Jewelers.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
We get to the top half of the 8th inning. Ole Miss leading Baylor 3-1. Hudson Calhoun back on the hill. He'll face 3, 4, and 5 here in the 8th. Or correction, he'll face the top of the order. Janusek, Reebok, and Armstrong, 1, 2, 3. Change for Ole Miss, as we're going to see Brett Mosley, the redshirt freshman from Trussville, Alabama, will go play right field. Becerra will move to left field. And Mosley will be batting where Cannon Golden just pinch hit a moment ago in the 8th slot. So it's Becerra, Federico, Mosley left to right in the outfield now for Ole Miss. Janusek, who is 0 for 2 with a walk, will be the batter here in the 8th inning. Calhoun swinging in this game. Calhoun trying to fight back after being down 3-0. Got a shift with 3 infielders on the third base side. The 3-1 pitch. Fouled it off, and he's got it back full. Full count. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 8th. Ole Miss 3, Baylor 1. Ready again is the right-hander, Hudson Calhoun. Payoff pitch, trying to have an easy inning. Kicks fire, swung on, popped it up third base side foul. Udemark gives it a look, but that's going to go into the stands. Into the second deck. Then there's another deck. A lot of people like to watch the Astros, don't they? 41,000 seat stadium, counting the premium areas.
Love the layout, though.
Yeah, it's really nice. Payoff pitch again to the right-handed hitting first baseman Armstrong. Hudson has the signal from Fawley. Kicks, delivers the payoff pitch again. Oh, bounced it in the dirt. Tried to overthrow that, spiked it, and he will walk Armstrong. That's the first base runner against Hudson Calhoun. But it does get the tying run to the plate in the form of Travis Sanders. He doesn't have any home runs this year, but he came in hitting .448, leading hitter on their team. He's 1 for 3 with a single back in the first.
They just tried to overthrow that fastball right there, David. Spiked it.
Hudson at 34 pitches. We got action in the bullpen down there. It's not a high number, but Joel Manger wants to go out and visit with him.
Yeah, Landon Koenig was up and throwing.
As Joel heads to the hill, we're a little early, but let's give you a station ID. We'll pause 10 seconds on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
Jackson's home for news, traffic, weather, talk, and Ole Miss sports. WFMN Flora Jackson, 97.3 FM, SuperTalk, Mississippi.
A lot of times when Joel Mangrum goes to the mound, there's a little smiling by him and smiling by the pitcher. I think he's just trying to calm them down, but they are really, as a group, crazy about new pitching coach Joel Mangrum came here a year ago. Koenig still throwing the right-hander for Ole Miss. Home plate umpire says something to Joel. He kind of slows down. So, what'd you say? That buys you a little bit more time, right? They haven't been quite as ticky with running them off the mound. The run out there and the 20-second thing can do. Some coaches can't even do that.
And Joel walked there.
Yep.
Took his time.
All right, ready to go again. Runner at first with 2 down for Travis Sanders, a cleanup hitter. Righty on righty. Calhoun delivers to him. Swing and a miss as he chased the cutter. Tried to pull it and it was breaking away from him. And the count is 0-1 to Travis Sanders.
Yeah, he was hoping he was getting the four-seamer right there. I was going to try and, what they say, ambush one. Try and tie this game up. But came up short on the cutter.
The 0-1. Swung on. Line drive. Base hit to left. Scooped up there by Becerra, and he'll throw it in. And all of a sudden, Baylor has put together a 2-out walk and a single. Has got the tying runs aboard. And this will bring up Hunter Snow, the 5-hole hitter, who is 0 for 3 in the game. Third hit for Baylor.
Yeah, good piece of hitting. Sanders has 2 of those 3 hits, David. Got a kind of a hanging slider.
Left-handed hitting Hunter Snow. Baylor in the top of the 8th, tying runs aboard. Go ahead, run at the plate. Snow's got 1 home run on the year. And his pitch. Swung on, fly ball, left field, well stroked at the wall and gone. An Oppo 3-run homer, and Baylor has rallied with 2 strikeouts, hanging by a thread to get a walk, single, homer, and they've taken a 4-3 lead over the Rebels.
Just went after the first pitch. Talked about that short porch in left. He knew it immediately.
3 runs off Calhoun. Wow, this inning was just rolling. He strikes out Janusek. He strikes out Reebok. He's looking fantastic. He loses Armstrong to the walk, then gives up the single and the 3-run homer, and just like that, the Bears have taken a 4-3 lead. That's going to be it as Mike Bianco is headed to the hill with a pitching change. We'll take a 2-minute break on the Ole Miss Radio Network.
The right field terrace isn't just a place. It's a vibe where the red and blue roar among home run showers, sending opponents into delirium and bringing the energy to Swayze Field. This Ole Miss tradition is brought to you by Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 49 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Rebels, only at your Mississippi Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2025 total sales.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Ole Miss pride. When I'm carrying the Ole Miss Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Ole Miss gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra hottie toddy from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Rebels to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open.
A SuperTalk Mississippi media production.